which is going to make it very interesting and very spectacular. Now, here we go.
And there's a height and weight advantage for Gary Goodridge. Igor Vovchanchyn being 5'8", about 230 pounds, and Gary Goodridge about 260 pounds at 6'3". So we're going to see. Now Igor has got the arms up. He's wide open for a knee here, boss.
Yeah, it's a kind of dangerous thing to do.
He doesn't even overhook.
That's kind of very dangerous, and he cannot defend it, and he cannot grab it.
Okay, Gary Goodridge just spins him to the mat into Igor's guard. That was very bizarre, but I guess Gary, not being a knee fighter, he wasn't in much harm's way there, but I wouldn't do that against some other fighters in the sport.
Well, we saw him throwing knees in his previous fight, so why didn't he do it now? Anyway, that's history.
Yeah,
okay.
But he had a takedown in mind, and he got the takedown. And Igor is
bleeding.
cut. It must have been from maybe, it didn't look like they threw a lot of punches. Maybe it was like a forearm or a clash of heads going down. And it's bleeding pretty bad. It's at the side over the eye, not directly over the middle of the eye. So, Gary going back for a heel hook?
Whoa.
Man, Gary's been doing some homework here.
Whoa.
Now Igor in the mount. Now let's see what this man from Kiev, Ukraine has got in his fists. Gary Goodridge turning his back and flipping Igor off of him. Back down. Wow, what a wild turn of events, boss.
You can say that again. I never expected this fight to go to the ground because I saw people trying it when he fought in Kiev, and they couldn't take him down. He was too fast. But Goodridge is doing a good job right now.
I would have to say that maybe Goodridge got a tip about this guy being a kickboxer and decided to bone up on his grappling and his wrestling, and it showed so far in the fight.
Oh, yeah. Vovchanchyn won like 4 tournaments already, eh? 4 8-man tournaments.
Yeah, he's won a number of them in Russia. He's gone. He made it to the finals in a 16-man tournament, and he lost. But he has won a number of tournaments, and he's very experienced. He seems to make a specialty at knocking out wrestlers and jiu-jitsu men, which makes him real unpopular with the current way of thinking of mixed martial arts. But it is an ever-changing climate of which we live in.
Yeah, you need to, man. You need to adapt. You need to know everything. You know, if you beat somebody with strikes, now then you better go home and learn some strikes, because that's the way. Nowadays, that's the way.
Yeah, Gary Goodridge has probably been the most dangerous striker. But Gary, what he's got in power, maybe he lacks in finesse. Maybe Igor has got more finesse with being economy. Oh, look at that. Now, those are big right hands. If they would have landed, that would have really rung Igor's bell. But obviously, they didn't land flush. Igor back up high. Gary with the double underhook. And there's that. That's a nasty cut.
Well, you don't want to have him in the underhook. He can throw, man. This guy got so much power.
I think that's maybe why Igor raised his hands up, because he was trying to slip down. And there it is again. He just basically spins around, pivots around, back down on top of Igor in his guard.
Now, what is he going to do?
I think Igor
needs to get up.
Yeah, Vovchanchyn has got to, in order to get, I don't know if he's got any sweeping skills by putting the leg hooks under Gary's thighs or anything, but he's got to box his ears at least to get him, his ears ringing, or get him in pain, or distract him or something, because that's a big mountain to have on top of you, Gary Goodridge.
Mountain, a power mountain also. You know, it's not a dead weight. This guy's very strong, and he's doing a good job. He's controlling it all the way right now. But yeah, let's see who's got the best stamina. It's a long time. It's 2 times 20 minutes, with maybe an extra round overtime if there's no decision.
Well, so far in the fight, it's been Gary Goodridge's fight. Gary Goodridge took it to Igor. He cut Igor. He took Igor down a couple times, and he's always ended up on top. Now, Igor knows he's going to throw that right hand. That's a big right hand to throw, too. But Igor doesn't seem phased right now.
Can I kick face? No face.
Can I kick face? He asks the referee.
You got to love Gary Goodridge. Igor firing away with a couple punches.
Yes, I'm telling you, his punching power is phenomenal. He's going to...
Now Igor throwing Gary Goodridge around a little bit. Igor getting his center of gravity down low, but he's right. Exactly, he's right in line to be kneed by Gary Goodridge, and there it is. But Igor slipping out of the punching range there. Igor cracking a left hook. Another big left hook by Igor Vovchanchyn. And Gary turns his back, and the referees wave the fight off.
No.
It looks like, well, Igor hurt Gary Goodridge, but, well, it looks like a TKO victory for Igor Vovchanchyn. Hopefully we can see a replay.